You are listening to an all-new episode of the Model Experience podcast, live from the Model House.
The Model Experience is the #1 resource for models. Real models, real stories, real resources.
Visit themodelexperience.net to learn more, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Model Experience.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Model House. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Model Experience podcast. I'm Rio Summers, and I'm sitting here with my lovely co-host.
Hey now.
We have Miss Ashley Runway.
Hello. What an intro. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And then we also have Miss Super Producer. I'm not going to forget that for the rest of my life.
Thank you,
Miss Lamaya Good.
And I'm gonna grab the ball on that one because we have a very, very, very special guest, a friend of mine, longtime friend, and also of the Model Experience fashion show honoree. She's graced our runway with her designs. You've seen her shoes on, let's try Kylie Jenner, Cardi B,
Jennifer Lopez.
I mean, I don't know if you want me to keep going, but I'm sure the list goes on and on. She got all the shoe sizes. This lovely, wonderful Jessica Rich.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to be here for sure. You guys have a movement with this whole thing, so I'm excited to be here, honestly. I love what you guys are doing for sure.
Thank you for coming. We love that. We love that. And we appreciate you coming through and gracing us.
And you got good ass energy, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah, guys, she's actually been with us through the beginning. She actually she talked for us too.
We had a panel that you spoke on.
Yeah, she's like the Model Experience family.
For sure.
That was a fun day. I like that day. That was fun.
You know what? And you're out and about too, girl. I just saw you at Revolt. The Revolt
I was at
Summit.
Revolt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was to Portland. Yes.
And my friends were running up to you like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so funny. Like I get to watch my friends have a fangirl moment with
Oh
you.
my god. No, guys, I remember them. They're so sweet. They're so
How important is it to you to go to events?
I mean, I try to go to the ones I have to go to because I know it's very big with building your brand. You have to be out and about and just seen. So I just try to make sure I go and make sure I go to the ones that make sense. If it doesn't make sense, don't go because sometimes it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you've been there, done that, and it's not anything new or different for you, don't go.
And every time
Yeah.
I see you out, I feel like not only do you look like dressed to a T, but I don't really feel like you're like out partying so much.
I'm not.
Like,
I really don't. I have my spurts. Like, my friends will invite me to things randomly, and I'll have like a long night that night. Like the Revolt weekend, we went to Soho House after, and then we went somewhere else. I was out till like 5 in the morning.
Nice.
But that happens like once every couple weeks.
But you made sure at the events that you wanted to network, it was more about networking
Yes.
rather than just partying.
Yeah, or just said, no, I don't party. I'm so not a partier. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do that. Like, I'll party like if it's like a certain exclusive stuff. Like Drake's birthday.
And with Jessica, let me tell you,
You know what I'm saying?
If it's Drake's birthday, we're
Like exclusive stuff, like Delilah things like that. That's what I'm saying.
And she mentioned something earlier that's really important for you guys, just a consistency. Like when you're branding, how important is it? Because I know she was like, girl, I'm not coming to the podcast unless these edges is laid. Like, I don't. So why is consistency so important, do you feel like, with branding?
I just feel like, for me, I could have rolled here with no makeup, honestly, but I love how cute your set was. So I was like, you know what, let me match the set, take some cute pictures, like make it full blown, boom. I don't always take pictures and do things a lot. Like people think I'm always on the gram, but I'm like, that was a whole moment though. Like I got ready that day, I did this. It's not every day. I'm usually like shit, like I was like dog shit all day. So I just felt like
Because you're running a business, maybe?
Well, yeah, and I go to yoga every single day, so I'm literally like going from like my store straight to yoga, and I'm like there.
But I feel like people can recognize you because you are consistent with the look. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. But I just switched it up to blonde. It's like crazy.
Yeah, it's cute.
Like, oh my god, do something different. Like, fine.
She's like, I blonde in there.
Yeah, but I just love consistency because it keeps you in tune with everything. It just keeps you motivated and just like on the straight and narrow.
So a lot of people don't know about your background, that you actually started in entertainment because it progressed from entertainment into the shoe line, and also you had a clothing line at one point.
Yes.
So kind of tell us the evolution, how you went from entertainment into fashion.
It was like a long road. Like it was reality TV, Real Trends of Love. I did this reality show. I was gonna find love, but they had girlfriends the entire show, and I was like, what? Because I was
Wait, what?
Yeah, they had real girlfriends. And
No.
Yeah.
Girl,
So I came-
reality TV, trust me.
It's crazy. I didn't know anything about LA. I was like this little girl from Michigan. I moved to New York and I came here, and then I filmed this show, and then like I thought they were really looking for love. And I'm like, oh, I'm single, and they're like, no, it's just for TV. I'm like, oh.
Which one did you like?
I like Chance. I like Chance.
That's so whack. You were there for the right
until I got to LA. So when I got booked in here in the house chilling, they're like, oh, it's Real and Chance. I'm like, oh, I didn't know if I liked both of them, but whatever. I had to pick one of them. I was gonna go home.
Sad. You were there for the right reasons, and it's like
exactly.
That sucks.
So whatever. I mean, I got to the final 3, but they didn't really show my personality on that show. So that's kind of what I was annoyed with it because like they didn't really edit me all the time. When they did edit me, it was like the bad stuff about me. Like, oh, Jessica's talking shit about you or this and that. I'm like, what the heck? That's how it is, you know? So after that, I was like super famous at the time. Like I was booked doing all these events. You guys know when it's book parties and like post stuff. Right. And I was getting $5,000. I'm like, I made it. I did a show at a club. This is amazing. So that was like 2010. And then I moved to LA and then I wanted to do more television. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to continue being known for something. Yeah. I was like a buzz that I couldn't get rid of. I was like, oh my God, this fame. Like it's like a drug. It's a drug. I'm not gonna lie. And then once people stop recognizing me, I'm like, oh.
You get like a little butt hurt. You're like, do you want a picture?
Well, that's the thing, though. You have to be conscious of in Hollywood. It's like you're only as hot as your next gig, and so you can't take it personal. But so how did this lead you to fashion?
So that's when Instagram started going on, and then I started Instagram, and I was like, you know what can I create to sell my followers? So I started doing like a jewelry line. I came downtown, I got like all this custom jewelry, and I started selling it on my Instagram. That was making me a little bit of money, but still not a lot. So I was still working 2 jobs. I was doing like interior decorating for celebs, and I was doing hosting at different high-end restaurants, and that's how I got.
You're just kind of a hustler, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
I was using it to connect. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I met J-Lo, because I met J-Lo's manager at a hostess at like Cerconis in West Hollywood. Nice. And I seen him. I was like, oh, Dina. I was like, oh my God, I got my car low, like and I got fired for getting my card out. But I gave it to like Calvin Klein, gave it to Chevy.
But guess what? Just
whatever. Yeah. So anyway, so that kind of fast forwarded me into PR because people knew I had a lot of connections, and then I was like doing PR for different brands, and then they cut the contract a year later, and I was sitting there with nothing, and I'm like, oh, the money was supposed to do, and I just opened my own store, and that's 15.
I remember, you had the clothes.
Clothes started. I came downtown, just got a bunch of stuff. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, I'm just giving stuff to all the girls, and then boom, here we are. So I transitioned from clothing into shoes because personally, Fashion Nova kicked my ass. They came out, I was making lots of money, and then every time girls would buy stuff, it was $20, $30, and my stuff was like $100.
Right.
So I was like losing sales, I dropped my sales down, and then that's when I had the idea to do shoes. My ex-boyfriend I was dating gave me the idea, and then here we are. It's just kind of crazy how everything just came together. I didn't plan on doing shoes ever.
I was gonna say, do you have a passion for shoes?
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's kind of funny because I used to always wear shoes in high school. Like I always wore heels. Like my mom was like, "You're never gonna wear shoes." I'm like, "No, I want to feel like sexy and cute." I was always like the dressed up girl. So it kind of like all came together in the end, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of divine intervention was there along with
that.
Well,
it's crazy.
Well, so what inspired your line? Because obviously it was what
in the beginning
inspired your.
Well, at first when I couldn't think of, I had to think of something that hadn't been done, and that was the hardest thing. I was like, if I'm gonna do shoes, what am I gonna make? Because everything's been done to me in my brain. Like Christian Louboutin, I was researching, and then that's when I was thinking like, wait, this clear trend that Yeezy started. He only had like the clear boot that Kim wore, like to the knee.
Yeah, and that was
right. It's cute, but it's like I'm not gonna wear that every day. And then he also had like the little block heel with the strap. That's all he had.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wait, everyone loves this clear shit. Sorry about that. You're right, that's kind of my mind. Sorry.
Boom.
That's okay.
It's totally good.
So I googled the heck out of it, and I was looking at my shoes. I'm like, wait, I have all these pumps from Christian Louboutin. I was like, if I just take the Christian Louboutin pump, the So Kate, and make it clear, it doesn't exist. And I googled the fuck out of it. Didn't have. I was like, oh my god, this is it. And I like went crazy.
That was the clear heel tip.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is your fault?
Yeah.
Is that basically what you're saying?
The Cinderella slipper. So it didn't exist. And then I tried to think of a bomb packaging for it because I wanted to make sure it's like Instagrammable and stuff.
I love your neon packaging, by the way.
Thank you. I did the neon.
That's
the neon for the color pops. I did the gold box at first.
Yeah, that was the clear gold.
Good, yeah. So then that's kind of what happened. So I got one sample made, one shoe, one box. That's all I had. I found a factory overseas. I took a picture of this freaking shoe and box like 50 different ways, and I sent it to all my influencer girls. I listened to one. Oh my god, bitch, I need that shoe right now. I was like, well, guess what? I don't have that many. I only have one. So
you guys can share them.
Take a picture picture for me and post it, I'll give it to you viral. And after that, it went viral. And then
So you were just getting a pair per person?
no, like I had
that one pair.
That one pair.
And everybody was
took the picture.
Girl,
posted
she got
for
the
me.
hustle vibes.
Everyone posted that one photo, and then everyone pretended like they got it. Like, oh, I just got my new Jessica Rich slip. And then that's kind of what happened.
And you're
then
like, when I get them,
I'll send them to you. And then it was on pre-order for like a year.
Wow.
And I just
Oh
bought the
my
money. That money got the sock, and then everything like went from there. Yeah.
That's real hustle vibes. Like, she's
Yeah.
legit.
It was crazy.
Is it expensive to roll out a new shoe?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk about my costs.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Dang, you charge me a lot. But I do up my prices a lot, like 200%. So it's okay. I mean, and it's funny because people are like, why is your shoe 200? And I'm like, because I want it to be halfway between expensive and low end. I don't want.
Yeah.
I want all the girls who are like me or any high end girl that wants to now always wear Louboutin to wear this next level. You know what I'm saying? And it's higher than Lucy's Madden.
I think it's important to have that in between. Like you said though, you found a niche that just there was nothing up.
Yeah.
There was nothing in that space. And I think that's really important.
It's very important because if I didn't have that shoe, I don't think I'd be here today. Because what happened was, I knew from the very beginning, once I did the first shoe, I said everything I'm going to do in the next 8-9 styles will be clear because this trend is so hot, and all my shoes are clear. So now I'm the girl that has all the clear options that no one else had at the time. No one had clear when I started. It was size easy, and I was like, now everyone has clear, but I had all the clear. People are like, oh my God, just do all clear. Now all the stores do all the clear stuff. So my line was called Transparent because I'm a very transparent person, and it kind of all went together. You know, like all my clothes are clear shoes. You know.
So that's what inspired it.
Yeah.
So this is really crazy to me. And you know what? As a reality, I'm coming from reality TV myself.
Oh, what show?
America's Next Top Model.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. I wish I could be on there. I'm not tall.
You could. You know what? There was girls that were like 5'6".
Oh, no
on the
way.
season.
She was like, oh, good.
Come on. But
But
no,
like, I'm coming through.
Yeah.
So that's why you wear the heels. Huh?
Yeah.
isn't that why everybody wears heels?
That's why I wear heels. Yeah.
She made me take that off so we could show you this hot ass shoe. That I just basically was like, girl, you're wearing my shoe. Hold on. It's okay. Got a little sweat on it, but I mean, do you see this bad boy?
So this
shoe,
shoe,
these, right?
I wasn't excited to do this shoe. Let me tell you why. Yeah, I wasn't excited to do it.
Look at what you weren't.
I wasn't. No, because I hate biting other designers like all the way. So Sergio Rossi is actually the first originator of the mule. So he came up with the mule after like the stiletto shoe. So he had it first, and everyone did a mule. Like I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's hot.
everyone did a mule. I'm like, I'm not doing it. But all my customers are Justin, you do a mule. I'm like, but it's a design that's been done already. But if I make it my own sexy, if they switch it up, I'll do it. And I made it a little more like sleek, skinnier, and less plastic. Like everyone else is plastic up to here.
Right.
So I did do it, but I'm like, it wasn't my
But I
pride.
love.
It's
I'm
it's
a
a
little
little-
girl, so.
yeah.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, I just feel like it's the classic girl. You
Right.
know, if you want to do like a vintage shirt,
Right.
nothing looks better than just a little wheel.
Exactly.
I
You
agree.
Cindy Crawford.
Right. That's very true.
So I was saying, coming off reality TV, I'm looking to brand myself.
Yes.
What are the top 3 tips that you have?
What do you want to do?
Well, just like branding in general.
Branding?
I wanted to brand myself.
I would just say consistency with Instagram. Like I hate you to post like 2-3 times a day. Like that's annoying. Even for me, I have stuff lined up for like a week. I'll shoot one day and then like I have an hour a week. You know.
That's something common with
So how many
successful.
posts do you do a day?
Like 2 a day. I try
Yeah,
to do.
really?
Yeah, and now I've been a little bit more lazy because I've been working my ass off. But at least once a day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because people get bored. With
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's not doing anything. No.
Right,
Follow. You know what I mean?
Right.
Besides that, I would just say like talk a lot on story because people are like, all these pretty girls are doing all this stuff, but no one knows who they are, their personalities. People feed into my personality a lot. Like, oh my God, you're so open, you're so chill. I'm like, it's just who I am. Like let people know who you are, and don't be like hiding behind photos all the time. I would say too, and just use all your connects to the maximum. And don't do it like in a using way, but do it more and so like you genuinely care about that person and you actually really want to be friends with them. No, because I'm really friends with all my friends. And people are like, you know all these girls? I'm like, yeah, but I'm friends with all of them. It's not like I'm using any of them for business. It's straight all good relationships.
Yeah.
Like if anyone needs anything, they can call me and I'll be there, and vice versa. You know?
That's dope.
So just
Being genuine.
Yeah, being genuine, not being like just get what you can get from people. No, don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you were on TV, you like shoot very frequently. I see you like in so many press clippings. Do you
Yeah.
have any advice for being on camera?
On camera, like hosting.
I guess for a model, from a model perspective.
Oh
photo shoots
yeah,
and stuff.
learn your angles. Like I lived in the mirror. I live in the mirror still. Sometimes I'm like, new angle, new pimple
like-
washer. Like, you just have to know your angles in a good or bad day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And how you speak and all that.
So what's your
Like,
go-to angle right now?
My right. I love the right.
Bam. So let me say it. Right now you're doing a selfie. She knows it's gonna hit.
Maybe left sometimes, it's always the right side. You know?
But she see she had the.
Yeah. You know all your little things and like your cute little like you like.
You have to have your little.
Yeah, your little
Your
things.
mannerism.
Yeah, and I'm like, I remember my ex-boyfriend was like, I love your mouth, I love how you speak, and I'm like, really? This is the way you speak, and I look at myself and I see myself in camera, I get what he means, so I accentuate my lips in certain ways, but it's not
And he thinks
trying.
it's a sign. He's
I do
like,
it. No, I'm like,
Come hither.
definitely not a sign. But just
She's
learn
definitely
yourself.
not, yeah.
Yeah, learn yourself.
So branding would be consistency.
Yes. Following up to like following up, checking your emails. People are like, I didn't see the email for 5 days. I'm like, okay, but girl, you lost the whole job. Right. Just staying on top of that as well. Because people get bored and like lazy, but you can't get lazy.
Making sure you post on Instagram too,
Yeah,
like the
That's
social
hard.
media thing.
Yeah, I have trouble
I
with
do
that
too.
one.
It's hard.
Me too. It's
But
hard.
it's fine.
Well, I'm trying to do better.
You are?
Everybody noticed, like,
Right.
I just started popping off since my 40th birthday.
Yes, queen. You
I
sure
really
have.
started doing that.
Happy
Before
birthday!
that, I would post like once every 3 weeks or something.
That's crazy. You started
when you
I did. I said, you know what? Girl, you got to put a little more effort
A
into
little
this thing.
bit.
I just feel like I'm just so flattered. I just ain't got to post. Like, bro,
Why
you
am I
gotta
post
post?
still?
But you got to post.
You gotta post.
You got to remind people.
Why am I like on my couch though? Like, ooh, Lamaya is
Girl,
going
I'm like,
on.
this bag, honey. This
Right. I love this hair too.
But it's important, like she said, I guess I'm learning the value of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's somebody that I know, like I said, she's been consistent. It's like she's not gonna let anybody talk her into. I tried to talk her into last week. I really did.
She really
Okay,
did.
I really did. I put the push
for
for
the
her. She's
record.
like, baby girl. Baby girl.
Let it go.
Yeah, do some more. Shout out.
Come on.
She was like that. So I do, for our listeners, I think it's really important. We hear some things over and over again with a lot of the successful people that we've had on here. And, consistency, doing the work. These are all things that are in common and that she said over and over again.
Giving your business card out.
Literally.
Benny Medina.
I do
Where
that
my business card at, by the way?
I do that to this day. If I
To
see
this
someone,
day.
I swear to God, I'll put my business card on their car.
Yeah.
And like wait for them like
Yes!
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, that's
So wait, okay, that's
So
another
what happened
question.
with Benny though? Like,
Benny. Oh, so Benny, I think I emailed him like 6 months later because I didn't have anything to offer him at the time. I had clothing, but it wasn't my designs yet. So I was like, hey Benny, how are you? Met you at Saucony's. I'd love to give you something for JLo soon. Like, I'll keep it. He's like, yeah, just send me whatever. Let me know. But I didn't use that contact for like a year when I got the shoe.
Right.
Even when I got the shoe, I was like, she's not gonna wear the freaking shoe. I was like, it's not, I don't know. She's not gonna wear it. But I emailed him like, hey, can I give her the shoe? Like, would you be interested in me gifting her? He's like, yeah, let me see if she likes it first. I was like, oh my God.
Right.
Like 2 months later, it took him to get back to me. So now we're pushing. My shoe already been out for a year, and he's like, yeah, she likes it. Send size 40. I'm like, oh my God, but it's been out for a year. So I'm like, did she even really wear it? And sure enough, she wore it to like Fashion Week like last year. And I'm like, it was the best thing she could have worn it. Oh my God, it was iconic. I was dying. I was dying.
That's
I was
amazing.
dying. I was like, oh my God. So this year, 2 times for Fashion Week, I was like, oh my God, New York is lit.
Girl,
So that's
Cardi
down. It's like crazy.
Like-
everybody like 3 days in a row. I'm like,
Kylie.
yeah, it's like.
So are you
Okay.
sending them or they just literally like
So people don't know I used to be in the Kardashians, so I was Stockton Dash. So I've always had the advantage of their addresses, their home addresses,
Yeah.
like direct contact. So it's always blind gifting. But this year with Kylie, it's been her stylist reaching out because she knows when stylist drops stuff.
Right.
But it's like, hey, Kylie has this. Like the Halloween thing was already like she reached out for us for that shoe.
That's dope.
So the night of, before, they're like, hey, she's wearing your shoe tonight. I'm like, yes! And everyone didn't know the night before. I was like, yeah, I'm so excited. But yeah, it's just building a relationship with the consistency, and then also it's all about who else is wearing your stuff too, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that my product isn't amazing, but once everyone's wearing it and everyone wants it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people I have in my inbox now was insane. Like, people, I need this. I'm like, yo, Rihanna reached out to me last week, and I'm like, are you
That's
freaking
crazy.
serious? Like, for a whole Fenty campaign, I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
Almost died.
And y'all, we had her on our runway. We will have her again. That's just a little fun.
No, I will because this is a big secret. And I'm telling you guys first. I'm actually coming out with clothing again. I'm in the
We just
Congratulations.
But nothing crazy. But I just noticed in my personal style, it's changed so much over the last couple of years. Like,
Yes, girl.
like sneakers I wear now, and like
But
sweatshirts.
she was the
and stuff.
dress girl. Like
I was
she was not
super-
wearing nothing but a dress.
Right, literally. And I was like, no dresses, I'm over. Like, I'll do it for a hot day, but not all the time. I'll always do sweatpants.
Yeah.
So I do have a cool basic line coming out because I just like to be cute, basic heels. And so yeah, next time make sure I can do it because I don't have clothes.
We need that. But no, that's the kind of thing. We
Yeah.
have these relationships and opportunities. That's what the model experience is just booming.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We're excited
Thank
for you.
you.
I love to see like other women just getting it.
Yes,
So,
amen.
yeah.
It's always good to have good girls on.
And good energy.
Good energy.
For sure.
You're not on here like, well, guys, I can't really tell you.
Right, no, come on. No. I have like a whole thing on my website. It's like a package where you can buy like a plan on how to build a business from the ground up, like step-by-step guide. So
That's awesome.
check that out on my website. 'Cause, like so many questions, but it's like step-by-step, like how to do this, how to do your Shopify, how to do this.
So
whole
what's the website?
Yeah, I was like, this.
JessicaRich.com. So on there, you'll see where it says connect, and you'll see like you can buy either a one-on-one consultation with me for, I think it's like $175 for an hour, ask me anything you want, or there's like the full like how to build your own brand. It's also on there as well. So yeah.
Good stuff.
love it.
And if I had that package, I'm telling you, like the things I put in that thing, it's only $4.99. I'm like, dude, I would have paid $5,000 for this freaking
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
Because literally, I tell you exactly what to do step by
Yeah.
step.
Right.
And you can't not do that stuff before you open a store. It's insane. Like, so yeah, it's definitely worth it for sure.
Taking all those steps.
Yeah, for sure.
Love it.
Well, thank you so much for being on
No
today.
problem. Thanks for having me.
Yes. No.
And
We love having
tell
you.
everyone where we can find you on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram personal is Jessica Rich, and my store is Jessica Rich Collection, and then of course JessicaRich.com.
Bam. Everything is Jessica Rich.
If you guys want shoes, I'm doing a sale today, 5% off. Code Rich. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm leaving it on.
Yeah, she's plugging. Thank you so much.
Of course, anytime, babe. Thank you so much.